So, in your opinion, why would you say a manager should look into how its wine cellar is managed in general?
I think that often being a managing director in a hotel with a large wine collection, it's easy to forget the importance of controlling your wine inventory. It's something, we've here at Manoir Hovey done inventories regularly every month. We functioned more on a manual system. I mean, we did have a POS for the restaurant, but there was no real-time connection between the point of sale in the restaurant and the inventory of wine. So, there's a lot of problems that can come from not having that level of automation. You have a wine list that, for example, a sommelier can sell a last bottle, and then the next sommelier 2 tables away can accidentally sell the same bottle, and then we lose face in front of the customer. So those problems have been resolved with using a system like Alfred. But overall, it's just, for us, it became time to find a solution that was more englobing of technology and helping us manage the inventory in a more rational way.
So obviously there are a lot of perks with the Alfred technology, but would you ever go back to the systems that you were using before?
No, I wouldn't go back to no. There was a certain amount of chaos with the system that we had in place. I mean, we did it for 42 years, I guess. But the thing is, it's also the wine program grew and grew and grew over that period that my family's owned the property. When at the beginning, when we had maybe less than 100 wines in the collection, it wasn't so problematic to have this type of solution. But when we get the reality is now, with a collection of, the list can vary between 800 and 1,000 selections on any given day, depending on what is taken out of the aging section of the cellar. So no, we definitely wouldn't go back. We feel that there's a lot of advantages to the system, and it's gone well overall.
That's beautiful. And would you also suggest for establishments that have maybe smaller wine lists to use a system as Alfred, or would you say it is, in your opinion, something that's more towards larger wine lists?
I think the answer to that question would depend largely. I mean, maybe if it was a small establishment with highly competent sommeliers or a sommelier, or maybe the importance would be slightly lesser. But I think often in the smaller establishments, or the ones that maybe they don't have sommeliers on the floor, or they have less experienced ones, so that the Alfred system could help compensate for the sort of the lack of knowledge or ability to sort of account for things. So I think that it's a tool that certainly for us, being a much larger wine collection than the average, very useful, but I could see it in smaller restaurants with smaller collections with less perhaps sommeliers on the floor. It could help the owner or the operators have more control and be able to have a better global vision of their wine sales, inventory, and collection.
That makes a lot of sense, because also I know that a few restaurant owners or general managers might be a little reluctant to install, more technologic elements or tools within their restaurant management, because they fear that it may replace the humans. But at the end of the day, we still need the sommeliers and the staff to operate with software like Alfred. So I think that's...
No, I mean, exactly. And it may be, initially perhaps, if you have a sommelier that is used to the more old school way of doing things, I mean, there could be an initial fear that this solution might be here to take my job, but it's really not the case. It's a question of just complementing and assisting the work of the sommelier. It doesn't take away the importance of their role. It just sort of enhances the result that they can give to the client, and the results that that the ownership can get in terms of reporting or better control of inventory.
So obviously a lot of people, as I was mentioning, can be a little reluctant to new technologies. So were any of your staff members kind of scared of this new change or this new addition to their way of working?
No, absolutely. They were very, very skeptical, and there was a significant amount of hesitation going into the installation. I think when you have a sommelier that has worked a certain way for many, many years and is used to doing things in a more traditional way, I think an immediate reflex would have for certain people would have been that the system is there to take my job, but the reality is that we have not eliminated any sommelier position at Manoir Hovey as a result of implementing the Alfred system. We've simply given them better tools to do their jobs as sommeliers, and we've given and the system has given myself as managing director and representing the owning family a better control and view of the globality of our wine program.
And overall, what would you say is the feature that you prefer from Alfred?
The fact that probably the most, at the beginning, what was most important to me was having the inventories in real time, controlled. But then what we're discovering more and more is and we've just, it's been just over a year, and we still are not using 100% all of the aspects of the system in terms of reporting. But I see that there's a lot to be gained by sort of using the full potential of the system and not just grazing the surface of it.
Absolutely.